Hello, and welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the videos, share. And if you feel like it, if you feel called to, please leave me a comment so we can start a conversation. So in this video, I want to talk about age. How old are you? Does that kind of make you nervous or strike a chord if someone asks you that? Do you feel like you're too old or do you feel like you're too young? Age is a very interesting thing because in reality, it is what it is. You were born the day and the year that you were born. I mean, it doesn't really get more authentic or honest or factual than that. But still, many people, and I feel like it has to do with women mostly, that we lie about our age. Many years ago, when I moved to Los Angeles and I was pursuing a career in entertainment, I remember not caring about my age because I felt like I always looked younger than my actual age. At least that was what people were telling me. So I was like, I'm fine. Why would I even lie about looking younger or being younger if I already look younger? And I remember I was talking to this actress, this up-and-coming actress, and she told me, whatever you do, don't ever tell your age because they will use it against you. You're not gonna, they're gonna look at you differently. You're not gonna land any projects, and they're gonna put you in a box, etc., etc. And she was very serious about that. And from that day on, I never told my age. If someone asked my age, I would lie. I would say 5, maybe even sometimes 10 years younger, because I could pull it off. Or I would simply. No, that was, if it has to do with like auditioning and stuff, I would always put like 5, 10 years younger. If I had like friends in my life, people in my life, I would just tell them, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. I don't care how many times you ask me. I'm not going to tell you my age. And I remember being like really anxious about people finding this out. That it was a little crazy, actually, to be honest with you. So now that I'm in my 50s and I feel really secure, authentic, and grounded in myself, I don't care. People ask my age, I will tell them. And I will ask people's age as well, because I kind of want to know how old people are. It's not like you're putting them in a box or anything like that. It's just that it just kind of gives you like an idea, especially in dating. It's kind of important there. You kind of want to know the age that people are at, because that can make the difference in whether people want to have children or where they are in their life, if they're ready to get serious, stuff like that. But really, when it comes down to it, at any time, any moment, career, personal life, just tell your age. It is what it is, as they say. You can't run from it. It's factual. Furthermore, on top of that, if you are trying to manifest a certain outcome in your life, career, let's just say career, because usually it has to do with career, especially in entertainment. There's this pressure on women to look younger or be younger than we really are, okay? But the minute that you are not being authentic with that fact about yourself, or being authentic at all, the minute that you have fear that you're not going to land a job, you're not going to be able to attain a certain outcome, and you kind of feel like you need to hide a little bit, no, I'm not 40, I'm 35, or whatever the case may be. The minute you do that, recognize that you are that you have fear. Fear is present right now. Fear is present in your consciousness, in your mind, because you are afraid that people are going to find out something about you that's gonna hinder you from obtaining a certain outcome, landing a job, landing a role, etc. I know you understand what I'm talking about here. So the minute you want to manifest something and you are in the consciousness of fear, guess what? You are sending a very, very clear signal. A very clear signal, because now you have a strong emotion tied to it. So you're sending a clear signal that you don't have it, that you are in lack. And that's why the more authentically you can be, authentically yourself, who you are, flaws and all, the better your manifestations, the stronger your manifestations will be. Because if you are afraid that something is not going to happen because of a certain fact about yourself, you're not going to obtain it. You might be able to manipulate the situation, but chances are you're not going to be able to hold on to it. So a key, very, very key, I read that many places. I read that in many books. I heard it from other spiritual teachers, my mentors, that the fastest way to manifest what you want, career, personal life, is to be authentic. And that includes your age. So we need to stop this nonsense, not telling people our age, or how old we are, or how young we are. There are younger people as well who feel like they might not have enough authority if they are like 18 years old. For example, in real estate, I used to work in real estate also for several years as a real estate agent, and younger people were kind of struggling with that, because how do I look like I have authority to sell $1 million house for someone if I'm like only 18? But it's the same thing. You are sending a signal of lack, and you're sending a signal that you don't have. So let's stop the nonsense. Let's just say how old we are or how young we are. Be proud of it. If we have reached a certain milestone in our lives, let's just celebrate that we're still here. We're healthy, we're fit. There are many ways. There are many ways that you can kind of reverse the clock, so to speak, or make the best of your age. And that, of course, has to do with being really proactive in your nutrition and in your fitness, in your health. A healthy person, an older, so to speak, healthy person will look and appear younger than a younger person who doesn't care about their health or their nutrition. In other words, someone who's 25 years old and drinks gallons of alcohol, smokes cigarettes, eats McDonald's, the whole nine, will look older or appear older than someone in their 40s who drinks a lot of water, get their nutrition in, eats healthy, get their fitness in, will actually appear younger. So just be who you are, be authentically who you are, and manifest the life, the dream life, whatever it is that you want. But do it authentically.